Hi, I'm Normie Daniels, no relation to Stormy Daniels. Come on down to my lot and get a goddamn car. 4th of July is coming and you need a car to get you to a barber. Dale, get out of shot! I love my country almost as much as I love my sister Stormy. 0% financing and a free miniature American flag, or my name isn't Normie Stormy Daniels. God damn it!
Afternoon, VC. All right, so this is probably going to be a pretty lengthy video. I had planned on just kind of showing maybe 10 or so records that have been released this year. We're kind of at the halfway point here. I consider these to be some of the better releases that I've heard. These are the ones that I'm spinning a lot. And I wanted to put some video clips in of these groups and artists so you can get a good listening experience here. And I actually, I enjoy playing these videos back, especially when I do them like this, because it's a lot of the stuff I'm listening to when I'm listening to stuff on my phone at times. So this kind of, as far as music videos go, so this kind of puts it all together in a playlist, kind of like I did that Spain video with 50. There was at least maybe 52 videos in there. It's like over 3 hours. It's pretty fucking epic. This won't be that long, but it'll be gonna be short. One announcement. I don't know if I showed these or not. Getting a 7-inch made, as you know, for the Married Man Band, my band with Joe Sloan, with myself on guitar and Joe on drums. Recording that we did back in 2008. And the tape was found, and got Slagle here in town to get it mastered and transferred from tape into a format so we could get it put onto 7-inch and the two songs, so the I Solve Problems kind of EP, so to speak. And Gotta Groove up in Ohio is doing the pressing. It's quite a process. We've got these test pressings now from Gotta Groove Records. This is the first time I've made a record, so it's a lot goes into it. You would think it'd be easier, but it's quite a process. They sent 5 test pressings. 3 of them played phenomenal right off the bat. A couple, I felt like I had surface noise, but at the end of the day, I think it could be an issue with a connection with my amp. So Joe was very smart about this. He's like, you need to play these other places other than on your gear. And I didn't think that would make a difference, but it did. He was right. And I went to Premium Sound and jammed the 2 that I had trouble with, and they played phenomenal. So I think we're good to go. We've given Gotta Groove the go-ahead on these test pressings. And yeah, James Buttery from the vinyl community in New Zealand did the layout for the artwork. Joe himself did the artwork for the front cover. We really, really like it, and looking forward to seeing it done. Should have these sometime in August, 7 inches. I don't know if we're going to make them available per se. I'm probably just going to send them out to people I want to send them out to. We'll see. We're getting 200 pressed. I know that a few local shops like Premium Sound are going to carry them. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, to the records. As far as the new releases this year, I'm going to start right off with what I consider to be my favorites so far. It's kind of neck and neck between these 2 records, and the first 3 records I'm going to show are all releases from Carbon Records and Joe Tunis up in Rochester, New York. I've talked about quite a bit. I was introduced to him and his label from Dom at Seeking a Thread, and it's just been wonderful to delve into new music, stuff that I was not aware of, would never have been aware of without Joe doing what he does. And he's been doing it an awful long time, and I feel kind of stupid for not knowing about what he's been doing all these years up in Rochester, especially so close to my hometown. But yeah, these records are incredible that came out this year. Highly recommend getting them if there's copies left on Bandcamp. I'll try to leave some links if I have time. And I'm going to put in some audio samples here. We'll see how far I get with the copyright police. But the first record is this record here, and it's kind of a self-made cover. This is kind of pasted on this artwork, and also on the back. I don't know if they maybe reused in another sleeve, maybe, but maybe not. But this is really cool. This is a group, Body of Research, and the name of the record is Vehicle Wasting Away. I believe they're out of Pennsylvania. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, this was, yeah, well, I mean, the record was recorded in tunnels and abandoned buildings across Pennsylvania. Adam Hess, Brandon Dunlap, Paul Malik, and Sky Simone make up the group. I really love the guitars on this. There's parts of this that are very, God, I'm not good with genres. What would I say? Like, I don't know. You tell me. I really dig the guitars. It's just not the normal kind of stuff that I'm into, but yeah, shoegaze would kind of be the genre you could kind of think about with the track I'm gonna put on here from Body of Research, Vehicle Wasting Away. next up, also a Carbon release. This is probably my number one so far this year. This is Tom Wanderer, Heaven is Dangerous. Solo artist from, I believe, the Milwaukee area. And just really, really awesome guitarist and very unique sounds on this release. Here's a really cool looking labels and insert with this. It's a wonderful sounding record. Some of it lo-fi a little bit, but very, very good recording. This has got a very cool cover. The insert's really awesome. It's a 4-track cassette recordings that they ended up pressing to vinyl. And this cover, it glows in the dark. So you can't see that here. It turned green. Really cool design. And I love this music. Tom Wanderer, Heaven is Dangerous. I'm going to put a track in here and then another track at the end of the video.
It's the reflection in the window, in the water, in the dream. It's a story that we make up for someone we love, to get them to fall asleep.
All right, the next release I'd like to highlight from this year is this De Flams Primitiven live at Drop a House, split release with Drop a Disc and Carbon Records. This is Brand Stickers and Obligers is the name of this album. And there's what one of the labels looks like. They play a lot of different instruments and they really play off each other, these two guys. I think one of the guys is from Belgium, one's from another country, but I think they reside in Belgium. Not 100% on that, but brilliant musicians. And I don't have footage of this show that I could find on YouTube, so I'll leave a little bit of footage of them playing another performance so you can kind of get an idea of what this group sounds like. right, next up, more than likely would be my jazz record of the year. It just never fails that this label does the Lord's work. International Anthem Recording Company and None Such put this one out. Jeff Parker, ETA Fortet, Happy Today. Anna Butters is on acoustic bass. She's incredible. Josh Johnson on alto and electronics. Jeff Parker, electric guitar and electronics. And Jay Belleros on drums. Yeah, live performance, just incredible. I'll insert a little bit of footage of this. But yeah, Jeff Parker really can do no wrong over the last handful of years for me. This is no exception. A really great release. Next, beautiful record. This is an artist that I came to be aware of through Norman Masloff and Mazzy's channel. As she came on the channel and did a live performance in his CD room, blew me away. What a voice, and a really great guitar player. She's very young, and she's, I believe, out of Nashville. Maisie Owen, and this is Dark on a Sunny Day. And I'm usually not into this kind of stuff, but man, this just, yeah, beautiful, and she is also beautiful. This is on Tompkins Square. Amazing stuff. God Fear, that song is really kind of a gripping one. But I'll put footage of Dark on a Sunny Day up so you can check it out.
I don't want
Next, here's an artist that really needs no introduction. Kim Gordon from Sonic Youth. She keeps doing her solo projects. Got to see her on the last tour up in Carborough at Cat's Cradle. I think I like that record better than this new one called Play Me, but this is definitely different than that. And I still dig this stuff. The band she's got with her now is just great, but this is more just her and some production work. A little more electronic even than the last record, but really cool, man. It's a really cool video I'll put in here. Kim Gordon, Play Me. This is the new record on Matador from this year, and this is the it's a top loader, which is really cool. She's into records like we are, and it's on white vinyl. And yeah, there's some really fucking killer songs on here. What was my favorite song on here? I don't know, there's a few I like. Not Today is really good. But yeah, we'll put a couple videos in here from Kim Gordon. Update. Matador, a bunch of stingy bitches. Can't show their videos. Figure it out for yourself. Alright, now we're going to get into some of the heavier stuff from this year that I really dig. This being probably my archival, or whatever you want to call it, reissue of the year so far. This is a band out of Texas, John Boy, and this is Anthology. This is a set put out by Southern Lord. They screwed up the labels, so it's kind of... And they still put it out and put an apology note on the record, which is weird. But it's these two records from, I think, 1993 and 1994. Pistol Swing and Claim Dedications, both great. You know, I don't know, kind of stuff's kind of born out of Discord, really, for me. There's some of the custom labels. I think the records are reversed. I think Pistol Swing labels are on the other record and vice versa. So you kind of have to figure that out. They didn't want to spend the time fixing it because it was a record store day thing on a timeline, which is kind of lame. But anyway, John Boy, great post-hardcore, I would say. Yeah, enjoy. the next new release from this year that I've been enjoying quite a bit is this Back and Grillin' record. And this is a group out of Sweden with Mats Gustafsson, who plays some flute, some saxophone on this, electronics, all kinds of stuff going on. And it's a bunch of guys from the band Refused with him. Kind of heavy, doomy stuff with sax, electronics. Just it's a crazy mix. I'll try to put in some footage of Back and Grillin'. Really digging this.
Miracles and liars, starting on this girl is stupid. What will become? Sacrificial lambs. It'll take the fall. Feel the smack of the whip. Coming from behind. Ooh.
Next, band from Florida, one of my favorites from back in the day in the heavy music world, and that's Poison the Well. Their album You Come Before You is probably the best record of that whole fucking time period for me. A lot of people like their earlier stuff and think it's, you know, their first record or whatever is their best. No, it was You Come Before You was their fucking masterpiece. But they've come back, and it's been many years, and have put out an album called Peace and Place. And this is fucking badass. Really loving the sounds out of Poison the Well. It's been a long time. Love this stuff. Hell yeah, great video they put out.
feels mine. Your goods are mine. Your rent is mine. I'll be always. The tremors in their wake like creeping logs, gasping in their cage. I'll be always. The embers in your place like ornaments. A monument to fade. Another ghost, another song. You turn the name, never speak. Return the name, you never speak. Return the name, you never speak. Another ghost, another song. Return the name, you never speak.
All right, next is no surprise. This release from this year is going to be in here in this video, and that's Pelican Ascending. This was released by First Run Club. And they combined a few things on this. I think I have some of this stuff on cassette. But yeah, this includes a CD sampler, a poster, stickers, bunch of stuff in here, which is really cool. So pick this up if you like instrumental heaviness out of Chicago. Pelican's new release, Ascending. Excellent. Next, I want to talk about a few bands that have new releases this year that aren't out yet, that I've heard about and been checking out. And so I thought I'd pass that information along and highlight what records I do already have of these bands. The first is another great instrumental heavy group out of Chicago, Russian Circles. They are releasing their album called Nine, or I believe their 9th album. I have pretty much everything I think they've put out, or pretty close to it. I think there might be one CDR or something crazy from the early days that I don't have, that's like super rare and expensive. But I have most everything here, and I've really enjoyed seeing this band live. They're really incredible. I've seen them with Chelsea Wolfe up in Carborough at Cat's Cradle. That was incredible. Seen them at Neighborhood Theater, which was also great. There were some really interesting bands on that bill too, and that footage is on this channel somewhere. Yeah, I have a bunch on CD, I think I have everything they've put out, whether it be on CD or vinyl. A few of the vinyl releases have escaped me over the years, but I have this Relive CD, which is from 2005, so early stuff. Live at Scubus. yeah, not one you see all the time. Their first record, Enter, which is still maybe my favorite. It's one of my favorites from 2006. And I do also have the 7-inch Upper 90 back with Re-Enter. This is a rare one on Suicide Squeeze. Really cool on this gray vinyl. A cool Suicide Squeeze label. I don't think they've ever had a song with vocals like Pelican did. I think it's all instrumental, if I recall. Someone correct me in the comments. Here's the original Enter LP. God, who put this out? Friction Records. Yeah, haven't listened to that one in a long time. Next is their album Station, which is a really cool cover, and I do also have an original on vinyl of Station. Sargent House and Suicide Squeeze put this one out. Maybe with Sargent, do some other stuff with Sargent House. Next release was Geneva. I don't have this one on vinyl. I need to get it on vinyl. It's come up on Lance's stuff on Instagram out in California, and I've missed it. But yeah, it's not too expensive, but I need to get that one on vinyl. This is probably my favorite record of theirs. Emprose, awesome cover. Atakla. What a track that is on this. So there's the vinyl and the CD of that. Great cover on that. There's a split with Russian Circles and These Arms Are Snakes. The bass players on in both bands. So that's a really cool 12-inch split release. Don't see that one all the time. Next is an album. This one took a little while to grow on me, and now I love this record. This is Guidance. There's some really great cuts on this, especially the early ones. Love that record. I even picked it up just to support the band at the neighborhood show on cassette. And I have the CD, a burned copy anyway of the CD. Next, they put out the record Memorial. I need to get this on vinyl. This is not my favorite of theirs. I don't think it's their strongest effort, but not bad on Sargent House. And then they had this live release, live at Dunkfest in 2016. These are hard to get, these Dunkfest doubles. I have the Pelican one as well. They've kind of really shot up in price. I think they might have been limited pressings, but they're really cool pressings. Like, look at these labels, and this vinyl is nuts. And they sound really good for live stuff. These are really great. Great packaging, just very well presented, heavy duty stuff. Russian Circles there. Then their newest records have been really good. Here's another one on Sargent House. This is Blood Year, and this is I saw them on this tour last time I saw them. And then they released since then Gnosis, and I missed this tour. They didn't come to Charlotte, I don't believe, on this tour. Again, on Sargent House. And I've been getting the early copies of these records, so these are all the limited ones. And so this one is on a color vinyl as well, a really cool looking one. I mean, it's some kind of, I don't know what you call that, but it's really fucking cool. And they really do a great job with their pressing, Sargent House does. These are excellent sounding records. Just a lot of care goes into pressing these, and the covers are great. Like, there's just some vinyl companies just know how to do it right. And these guys taking care of Russian Circles are definitely doing that. So looking forward to getting their next album, 9, and I'll insert a video. All right, another band I pre-ordered a new release for this year from is Midi, a great band from Barcelona, Spain, and Ramon Rodriguez's group that I talk about Ramon a lot on this channel. You can call them a guilty pleasure band, I guess. Pretty mainstream sounding rock from Spain, but just fantastic musicians, just incredible songwriter, one of the best to ever do it over there. And you know, he's had his group, the New Ramon, when after Midi broke up, where he stopped singing in English and went back to his native language. And those records are great. I love all of the New Ramon stuff, and he continues to do projects under the New Ramon moniker. But he's reformed Midi. And they've done a few records over the last few years. And the new record's called Bury Me in the Craters of the Moon on B-Core Records. Should be out in September. I'll leave a sample from the new record. It's a really great song. It's got a lot of layers to it if you really listen to it. And the writing's great. I really dig it, so looking forward to getting that record, and I'll kind of show you all the other Midi stuff I have. I think I pretty much have everything they've put out, one way or the other. They did do a 7-inch Age of Ruin, which is a great song, backed by Longitude Loves Latitude on the B-Core label. They did this Record Makers series of 7 inches. They're all great. Kind of hard to find now. I think they maybe did limited runs on those. Their first record is not my favorite of theirs. A lot of bands, you know, their first record's always their best, but not the case with Midi. Songs from Cydonia was their first. And on Cydonia Records. And I can't remember what year this is from. It goes back a ways. Yeah, there's that. I did not get that on vinyl. Maybe my favorite of theirs is Secret Chamber. This is a promo CD that I got direct from the label. Thanks to Jordy and Albert, who does the mail order. Albert is the man. And I'm honored to have this copy of that record on vinyl. They reissued it for a record store day in Spain. A split release with B-Core and Cydonia. And I got copy number 2 of 100 on the limited edition color vinyl. And Ramon himself from the band has number 1. So they kept aside number 2 for me. I had reached out to him about, I think this was the first time I ever tried to get a record from them on record store day and not be in Spain, like I'm here, you know, like I'm not in line at the store. And so I've been able to get their stuff over the years on record store day in Spain, which is kind of crazy. The next is probably their masterpiece. It's my friend Joe's favorite record of theirs, Orion's Belt. And I have, of course, the CD. I think this is the first thing I got of theirs at Lunchbox years ago, the original Lunchbox location. I mean, I came across these bands because of Scott at Lunchbox, and introducing me to Shanty Road, and then that, you know, led down the paths of checking out the label. You know, Orion's Belt on vinyl, original on B-Core and Cydonia, masterpiece of a record. And then the last record they put out before they went on a hiatus was Leartica, and this one's okay. It's not my favorite. It's definitely not Orion's Belt, but it's a pretty good record. It's a little different. But yeah, that one was. I only have the CD of that. And so yeah, they went on hiatus for many years, and then you know, Ramon got the band reformed, and I have all the records they've done since. Eternity Mingled with the Sea came out. Some really good tracks on this. And Mark Swanson did a lot of poetry for some of the songs that Ramon uses as lyrics. Santi Garcia did the production, legendary producer in Spain. You know, I talk about these people a lot, but some really cool songs. Under the Sun is a great song on here, on that one. And then you have In the Cold Season. And this is a really good one too. And it's got a cutout cover, which is pretty interesting. I'm trying to remember the big hit off this one. Minefield. Or Subterranean Minefield. Yeah, number 12. Track 12 on this. There's a great video for on YouTube on that record from Medea. And then the last one I have from them is Conundrum. And there's some really cool videos here. Live in My Words video is really great off this one. And again, using poems from Mark Swanson as the lyrics. Love the guitars and the drums in this band. And of course, Ramon on vocals is great. So yeah, their new record, Bury Me in the Craters of the Moon, will be coming out. So check that out.
Petroglyphs on the wall, with the earth under your nail, in a push-button world, diving us further into darkness. The configuration of trance, sunset scenario. Change the dialogue while waiting for the wind to blow. Alone on the fury lookout, with no one below. The configuration of trance, sunset scenario.
All right, last but not least, I want to talk about another new release coming out soon, and that's going to be from the VC's own Michael A. Muller and Elria Sound on the Oyas music label. Michael's just playing beautiful guitar on this, and I'll leave a sample to that. A couple of his favorites that I have so far are Lower River and Yeah, he signed this one for me. This is a masterpiece of a record. I absolutely love this record, Lower River. It's the first stuff I ever heard from him back when he was living in Texas before moving to Los Angeles. And now he's on the Deutsche Grammophon label, getting world recognition, playing overseas, and just really beautiful, subtle, really great stuff. This is Mirror Music. This is another great one. And yeah, so looking forward to getting his new record. I put in a pre-order quite a while back, but that should be coming at some point soon. I think I got a shipping label for it. So yeah, long video. A lot of samples in here. Enjoy. Peace.